Hey guys, this is Harold Watkins back with another video. This video is related to AutoDecoder Workbench. This is my WinForms application. The main window is built using a split container layout. On the left, I manage sessions. As you can see, I can add sessions and I can close sessions. On the right, I use a tab control to separate decoded summary and reference views, which you can see here. In the decoded tab, I use multiple GUI components, including buttons, a search text box, a combo box filter, check boxes, a data grid view, and two rich text box panels, which we have here. The data grid view displays process log objects, and selecting a row updates the detailed panels below. I'm going to demonstrate that. I'm going to load a file. Push this to the side right here. The summary tab uses list view controls to display aggregated counts. The application also includes a secondary form accessible from the menu, which demonstrates multiple forms within the same program, which you are going to see. This is a separate form. All GUI components are created programmably and connected using event handlers. I'm going to close this and I'm just going to demonstrate. I'm going to add another session, which I'm going to grab from here. And what we can do is we can jump back and forth. You can see a summary, see reference. And each one we can filter, for example, I'm going to filter the 7E0. So this one, I believe, may have battery. Let's see, it has battery, and this has battery. So let's use that as an example. So if we're filtering for certain words, keywords, we can bounce from one log to the other. This one may not have it. Let's see which one this has actually. Does this have any? I know it has NRC. All right, so this one has NRC information, and this one has NRC information. So if you put 5 logs in here, which is the limit, you can search for the same keyword throughout all 5 sessions. And you can actually add words. So let's say sock, let's say negative. Let's look for positive response. Right, and we can look for that in here. We can look in both. We can also clear, and we can get rid of this. So here, they both would clear out. We can also load a sample, clear the sample, load a sample, and we could change session. So if we wanted to, let's say, change the sample, we go back and load. We can also filter by certain protocols like ISO. And then this is the test. This is the test one. So test log. So as you go through, it will decode. Just move here, the communication. So let's say here we have a PCM and diagnostic session, which is 10. So we have the string that's transmitting. And as we go through, we can see exactly what's going on. And it decodes it. We can also filter by hex, which this one may not have, but this one does have hex. We can filter by ASCII, as you can see, unknown, what it doesn't recognize. If we click all, we can filter by UDS. You can also use this to see number of NRC codes. And we can reference, come on here, check our references. This will give us our NRC codes like security access issues on this side. Same. With that said, I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna focus on my coding. So I'm gonna speak on my coding. And so the first thing I'm going to point out in my coding is variables, which I'm going to type here, private constant. So this stores a fixed limit used by the application, which are the sessions which I pointed out in the application. Next thing I'm going to point out is, let me just grab this. So this calculates the human readable line number during processing, which is here. This So this block actually iterates through every raw line and builds a log line object. And ISO, let's go to here. So this line right here, this uses a numeric expression to calculate totals. So this block actually counts by line type, but this right here, this line right here actually uses a numeric expression to calculate totals. And I'm gonna speak about controls structure loops if try slash catch. I'll point those out. I'm gonna grab this. So this right here loops through each line in the file. This line, this line is the decision statement that determines whether the line passes filter. So basically, if it passes all enable filters, it's included. Grab this. This is the one. Yep. This prevents the application from crashing if a line fails to decode. So decodes, each object decodes itself, encapsulation. Uh, you look at this line, classify, choose derived type, ISO, XML line, unknown line, etc. To decode, each object decodes itself, encapsulation, and 3, store, add to the all line list. Moving to data types. Oh, I did that wrong. Let's move this. Get rid of this. There we go. Perfect. This demonstrates array usage. What we have here is an array. Then we're gonna go to here. This demonstrates numeric types stored in collection. list view update pattern. You can update, modify, and update, reduce flicker. And the then we're gonna go to binding. Okay, this stores structured objects and supports UI data binding. This is actually from um, data bond item is the object from binding list. All loaded lines, one object per raw line creates objects. Moving to the um, GUI with multiple components. What's she gonna see here? So we have I want to go to build. Let's type this in. Build UI. There you go. So here we're gonna have split container. So this is where I have multiple components. This demonstrates a multi-component graphical user interface built using WinForms controls. So we're going to see split container, which we have here. Then we're going to see tab control. um, Tab right here. uh, Tab control. Then data grid view, decode tab. I'm in the filtering for it. There we go. Data grid view. We also have in this section rich text box, um, buttons, combo boxes, check boxes. Like I said, this demonstrates a multi-component graphical user interface built using WinForms controls. Then we're going to move to multiple forms. This line demonstrates multiple forms within the sample. Sorry. This demonstrates multiple forms within the same application. This section right here, when users clicks about, shows the second form. It shows the second form. Then this right here, let's see, does not terminate errors. This ensures the application handles errors safely instead of terminating. So we do not crash the application. We simply inform the user and continue. This is what this block is about. And with that said, that completes my demonstration of this application and the code. Thank you for watching.